Hello everyone! We are back with more mini motorways. Today we're going to be doing a challenge in London. We're going to be doing Water Under the Bridge, which has 3 modifiers, over and over and over, and little dot 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 going on forever. Unlimited bridges. Bridge the gap, bridges do not require road tiles, and can't be choosers. Only one choice of upgrade is offered. So, not a super difficult one today. This challenge was requested by a viewer, and I'm pretty happy to actually try it because it looks significantly easier than London Classic. Almost half as difficult based on the scores. So we're gonna try and get at least in this 2800 category range. We'll certainly see how it goes. Let's get into it. See, this yellow spawn is perfect because now I can run a road straight through here. And that way we don't have to both go across and use a bridge here. I guess it doesn't matter because we have unlimited bridges, but that's something I often struggle with on this map. Yeah, see? So if we didn't put this here, we would have either had to go all the way down and then all the way across, or since we do have this, we can just not use a bridge. But I guess maybe we do want to use a bridge here to save road tiles. That's an interesting concept. I know that gray spawns in here as well, and then like a gray sort of spawns over here. So maybe at some point we'll run these greens down through the river and in, and then this can be used by the gray, or vice versa, depending on where it spawns. Yeah, this. So we'll just go ahead and do our original little plan here. Turn this up, and then these two can go across in the water. I'm going to try and save road tiles here, using the water as much as possible, so... Oh, it's just going to be connected. Okay, hold on. Oh. I don't know why it's being weird. Yeah, there we go. A little curvy bridge. See, this is the one thing I don't like about London. Everything in this little train station area spawns right on top of each other. It's very inconvenient. So these grays almost always get cut off by these greens. I think I've had one time that yellow cut them off, but normally it's the grays get cut off by these greens. Anyway, we're at a decent start here. I have a feeling this is not going to be enough green population forever, so I'm going to go ahead and throw in a little offshoot road here in case we need to, well, hopefully more will spawn. Well, I was going to say, hopefully more will spawn down here, and then we got it. We are going to have to send these guys up and into here, though. So, unfortunately, we can't send them onto this road. Eventually, we will probably turn them and or send them over to here. But we need another green population to spawn before we can think about that. Right now, we're not looking too bad. We have not a significant amount of traffic anywhere. Nothing is seriously blocked off. And we're looking at a decent number of road tiles too. I'm pretty happy with how this has started. I wasn't expecting it to be a super difficult challenge, but I'm definitely happy with how it's going. Good gray up here, green down here. This green is good. If we can get a legitimate green population of 3 or 4 down here, then we can turn these 2. This one has to stay attached to this. 3 traffic lights. Don't really have a choice. If we get 1 or 2 more houses down here, these 2 can attach to this and support this over the longer distance. And then we can bridge across here, and we won't need this road to go over this railroad anymore, or train track, or whatever these are. Yellow here. Yellow population outside the train track. That's good. Blue there. Okay. It's not terrible. Do something like that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and if green does need more support, we could do something like that. But once this little shadow bridge despawns, we can run this yellow up and in, and that will be better than this one, because this one has to go through the traffic of going over the train track. The gray spawn here, which is really inconvenient, because it's right on the path of our green. I don't want to connect to the 2 of them either, so I think we're gonna screw over blue a little bit here, have it go 1 further out, and do something like this, and then something like that, and then after that I'm not sure. Yikes. Oh no. Okay. For now, we'll do something like that. That'll be fine until we can get a roundabout or something of that nature. Go and throw in some little traffic lights. Hopefully this won't affect traffic too terribly. There's our week 4 upgrade of a motorway. Ooh, I'm so dumb. I completely forgot that we have this gray spawn right here. We don't need to run this little guy up and across. We can just run this one gray in. That's so silly of me. I completely forgot we had that one. That does mean we can fix blue so that it's not traveling further than it needs to. And then we are good. Nice. This gray is a little useless right now, but, you know, his time will come. I don't like that these yellows have now cut themselves off, so I'm going to go ahead and just move green down by 1 so that I can send these yellows in like that. We'll just send that one up, and that'll be fine. Oh no. So these are affected by the train coming through. Alright, this will probably be our motorway then, eventually. These greens into up here, unless we get a green spawn somewhere up here. because them coming into this and getting affected by the train is not optimal. White spawns there. Isn't the worst. We can fix this. So we'll do something like that, something like this. We already have the bridges for it, so we'll go ahead and just bink. Yeah, there we go. And then these greens will come one more across, and then diagonal in straight into this man's parking garage. Week 5, 30 roads. I don't know why I hesitated there. It's not like I had much of a choice. This blue levels up. We get one more down here. This is where I want my blues to spawn. Thank you. Once the map expands here, we get another tile of space up here. If we get another tile of space up here, I think we might be getting close to the full map size. We definitely have more room down here, but I think we might be getting close. Once the map expands up here, I'm probably going to move these grays up by 1, so that if we get more blue up here, it spawns on the road and doesn't get pushed up here. We're getting a nice little blue population over here. Very nice little blue population. More white is good. Week 6, another motorway. I certainly won't complain. I do kind of wish we would get another green population. Get gray there. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this green off like this. And then we'll turn these two in sort of like that. We'll leave this road attached so that in the future we can throw these two onto this. But for now we're gonna motorway these across, and that's gonna make everything else so much simpler. We'll run blue up, similar as to before. Just like that. And then this gray can come across without having to do anything fancy. There we go. Eventually, maybe we'll get another green population, and we'll move this motorway to wherever that spawns, and then these two can go onto here. It's literally like the worst place this yellow could have spawned. Like, you have no idea. Perfect. Its own private little road. Blue spawns here. Okay. I really don't want to take from this Mega Blues population. So for now we're going to just motorway across these. This will eventually go away, but I want to see if we'll get any blue spawns that are a little bit closer. Green spawns here. That's good. I am a little disappointed that this spawned so close to the screen. We are now cut off here, and the only way to get any green cars that spawn here into this is to go up with a bridge. See, this is why we waited. This is why we said this motorway is not going to be permanent, because this little blue just spawned in. Cross map gray. And a motorway to top it off. Okay. So I know that we get a huge gray population up here. So I'm gonna throw in a roundabout, like sort of preemptively, just to manage the traffic that's inevitably gonna come from all of that. I'm actually gonna move it up one, yeah, so we can get roads coming in from both of these sides that aren't blocked by the train. And then we'll do our little motorway flange, throw that in there. And that'll be fine until we get grays spawning closer down to here. Another gray here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in a road here just so that we can't get completely blocked off in this little area. This gray can go into here and that's fine. Blue spawns here. Okay. Also looks like our larger blue population, or our larger blue structure is struggling a little bit. So I'm going to completely forgo everything I just said. I think that's the right word. Forgo? I think. I don't know. We'll send these guys somewhere into here like that. And we're just going to block off all of the rest of this area so that when we get our roundabout back, we can send it into there. For now, this guy can probably last off of just one house. If he needs help, we can do something like, oh, and we immediately get a second house. Never mind. And a third. Alright, I won't complain. Do something like that. This white levels up. Okay, we get another roundabout. So we will go ahead and throw in one probably here. And then do that, and this, and then this. And then now that we have our extra roundabout as well, we can go ahead and do white spawns here. It's interesting. I'm getting cut off in my train of thought. We can go ahead and throw our other roundabout back in here to manage traffic up here. There's our London Challenger. Complete 600 trips in any challenge in London. It looks like this white is very quickly starting to use all of its population. This yellow as well. So we're going to have to address that soon. For now, it's probably just going to be a little split road coming through here. Week 10, take our 2 traffic lights. We can send this gray into here. Looks like we got a green spawn all the way down here by our little gray. We could probably run these yellows just a little bit less efficiently to get this, or run these whites a little bit less efficiently to get this one yellow hooked down. This is actually a really decent yellow. white spawns here. Yikes. Okay. So that is the conundrum right now. This is very close to this white population, but I don't want to take any white population from our larger structure. So we're probably just going to run a second road all the way across here, right next to blue, and in. Just like that. At some point we might put in a roundabout here, just to make all of this a little more efficient. Looks like we are getting more white houses over here, which is nice. And here. Also good. Yellow spawns there. I don't think I could have asked for a better yellow, to be honest. Get rid of that little road. And send these straight up and in. Hopefully these two yellows will be able to handle this for hopefully the rest of the game. I do not want to have to deal with that anymore after this. Another roundabout. This white levels up, which is a little scary for sure. We could be looking at some distance issues coming across here. We'll go ahead and throw in our roundabout and do this just to work on traffic issues here instead of them all curving around. That should be fine. More yellow is decent. These two yellow populations are still working together, which I am a little afraid of. What is struggling? This is struggling? And it is a distance issue. So we're going to go ahead and just run a little silly little access road through here. Cut this off for now. And this should, theoretically, stop this yellow from struggling, because it's now got two populations to feed off of. Yep, there we go. Struggling much less now. A blue spawn up here is a little scary. It does look like this one blue population is holding over our large structure pretty well. It doesn't appear that it's using any of these cars. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this road and run these grays where the blues were. Sort of like this. And we can get rid of this. And then go all the way around our grays. And then back in to the blues, like that. We're getting a lot of gray population up here. I haven't even been like addressing this at all. Okay. It looks like this gray is struggling quite a bit. So I think I'm going to turn these two grays onto here. These three should be more than enough to, honestly, like two of them would probably be more than enough to handle this. So that will be 5 grays for this guy, which should be fine. I'm not sure how I want to address fixing these yellows. We will return to that subject later. More blue up here, I'm certainly fine with that. Week 12, we get some traffic lights. Do something like that. More blue, more gray, more blue, more gray, more blue, more gray. How many times can I say more blue, more gray? More gray. That was different. The pattern didn't repeat. Oh, it looks like this white is struggling now. We've got quite a bit more white population going here, so I'm gonna go ahead and detach this little road from this and have these guys support here. What am I gonna do about this white is the new question, and it is one I do not believe I have an answer to be honest. It is a very inconvenient white spawn, I must admit. Yikes. We do not have a motorway we can save anywhere, I don't think. So we're kind of just stuck. I'm gonna go ahead and just run a little off-road into here and send these 3 to go and help it, maybe even 4. It looks like 3 is more than enough. Ooh, this white is good. Okay. More gray. More white. More white. We definitely want white to spawn here, to spawn closer. We definitely don't want this white to spawn here. Oh no. Oh, that's awful. And we have to address it like immediately because we just don't have time to not address it. Oh no. Okay, these grays are good. These grays are actually really decent. We can send them down and then across and then into here. And then this white, I honestly have no idea how to service it. It looks like this is also not using, again, not using all of its population. So maybe we just do something a little crazy like that, and then we'll completely screw over everything we just did for gray. And we'll do something a little funky for blue, like this. And these whites can come into here. It's not a good solution, but it is the solution we have right now. We get our roundabout. Our roundabout's probably gonna go in here, like this. More white over here as well. More blue. This white appears to be struggling. We got a green spawn there. Okay. This green is actually really good now. This green as well. I'm going to send both of these in there. Just taking inventory right now is what I'm doing. We still don't really have like a separate green population, which is not great. I might go ahead and just check off anywhere else that buildings could potentially spawn. I think up here. And then here maybe? I think that's probably it for the building spawn areas. if you don't know, buildings cannot spawn directly on the very edge of the map. So that's why, like this, like 6 by, or this 3 by 2 little square area isn't a problem. It's because a building can't spawn here. Like, it's just how the game is written. This white is sterling just a little bit. More gray, more green. We're getting a little funky green population going down here. More blue, more white. Do something like this. Week 14, we get some traffic lights. Okay. Nice little pile of traffic lights all sitting here, not getting used because I hate traffic lights. I don't hate traffic lights, I just don't like traffic lights. They're not super useful. This green leveled up. Okay. Get even more gray. This gray is never going to struggle in its entire life. So this green leveled up is a little scary. It does have, what is this? 2, 4, 6, 7 houses feeding it, which is decent. I might even turn this guy onto it, so it'll be 8 houses feeding it. What I'm doing here is I'm looking for a green that I can't easily get into this population. And whichever green that is going to go in the roundabout and go into here. Something spawned. This green spawned. Okay. This yellow is still a mess. I've still yet to address this problem. I think I'm going to go ahead and just... So this has 3... They're basically working off of 3 each, so I'm just going to go ahead and separate the populations here. Something like that, and then something like that. And hopefully that will be able to support both of them, because it'll be less traffic. We immediately get another green here, is very good. Another green here as well is also really good. Apparently this is our time for green spawns. Roundabout. Roundabout is good. I'll go ahead and throw it in here. So we've got 2 major white populations coming together in this area. So let's get rid of the traffic light there. Send this up by 1 more here, like that. Looks like this gray is struggling. Is it a distance issue? Better not be a population issue. Look how much it has. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to move this motorway out of the way. We're looking alright. For now, we are certainly looking alright. This blue is struggling a little bit. I'll go ahead and turn 1 onto it. Maybe even 2 just to get the numbers down a little. I think it's because it has to deal with this traffic as well. That's probably why it's struggling so much. This green spawns. This is probably going to become a traffic issue. This gray, still struggling. It's crazy. Gray must be surging. That must be what it is. This blue is struggling a little bit. I think it's just distance. Yeah, it looks like just distance. This yellow spawned. This yellow is actually pretty decent. Run it up and into here. Oh wait, no, it's right next to this one. Okay. This yellow leveled up, which is a little scary. Definitely something we'll want to be a little bit wary of here. We do have this major white population up here that is just not getting used, like, at all. That we can run down and in. That might even be what we do here. So we'll run it down and in like this. This is horrible without a roundabout. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this here. So hopefully we can get a roundabout in the next little bit. We'll get rid of that road. These, what is this, 5? Yeah, 6. This is 6. These 6 should be able to support this. These 4 have been supporting this, so that should be fine. More yellow here is very good. That's exactly what we wanted. Much yellow. Much yellow. My goodness. The sad part is we're probably going to have to run this yellow into this again. Something like that. We finally get more yellow, and it is just too hard to get to. Okay, I'll do something like this here. That should fix this white problem. We get more yellow here is crazy. Yellow, it's just spawning anywhere now. It's not spawning in any like designated population. It's just wherever it wants to go. That's fine. We'll do something like that and then send these grays in a slightly less efficient route, but that means we can send this yellow up and across like this. This will probably cause a traffic issue here, but it's just a bunch of light populations, so, or population centers, so hopefully it shouldn't cause too much of an issue. I would like roundabouts. I would really like to see some roundabouts right about now. Like, even if moving this one down by 1 would be so helpful, but I can't do it because it's got houses in it. I don't really have a way to get these 2 yellows into anywhere, and I have a feeling this level 2 yellow is probably going to be the end of us if we don't find a way to get it some actual real decent traffic soon. Get more gray here. We do not need more gray. Like, in the slightest, we do not need more gray. We need white to spawn closer to here. That's what we need. Like, legitimately. And more yellow. This yellow is actually really decent. This white is struggling. It's a distance issue. Like, it's really as simple as that. So we just don't have enough white population close enough to support these 4 whites that all spawned in very similar areas. Looks like flipping these 2 houses did help. So we'll monitor this guy and make sure that he's not struggling from us flipping these 2 houses. Get yellow here. And green. Finally, we get our roundabout that we've been begging for the last 15 minutes. Looks like... yeah, I'm gonna throw it here. We'll do that, and then we'll do something like that. Something like that. All of these greens will go onto it. Can we sacrifice... looks like yellow actually isn't struggling right now, so I'm not gonna sacrifice anything for yellow. I'll do something like that. Something like that. And then that. So that should hopefully solve the traffic issues we've got going. Looks like everything else seems to be managing somewhat. This gray is struggling, but it's just distance. Like, it's distance, and there's not much we can do about that. It's already got the biggest population on the map. It's already got a motorway. This white is now using all of its population. So how is this gray struggling so much? It still has 3 houses with both cars in the garage. It's crazy. This white is struggling. Oh well, I think this might be the end of the game here. We are certainly getting to our limit. Look at this traffic jam. Look at all these greens. Oh, that's awful. That is just awful. Alright, I'm just gonna let it run. What's it gonna be that takes us out? What is it going to be? The screen is struggling. Is there a way I can fix the screen? Looks like it's population issue. I'll feed some of these onto here. And then send them down and in like that. Looks like even the train station is struggling. This is the crazy part. This is the end. What's it gonna be? I think it's gonna be this. This guy's struggling now. We get a roundabout. Can we save anything with a roundabout? Oh no, this leveled up. I didn't even realize it leveled up. Oh, that's awful. Oh, that's just terrible. Look at this. Look at this. This is carnage in here, this parking lot. That's crazy. I don't think there's anything we can do with a roundabout to save this mess. I might just throw it in here for good time's sake. This is where the roundabout would have gone. Oh, the screen is solved. This white. Hold on. Maybe we can save this. No, there's no way we can save this. I am shocked we've survived as long as we have. Holy cow. Alright, this one. Yeah, this one didn't have enough population. 3,994. That is significantly over our goal of like 2,800. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our title with our score, no border, and the challenge. That was not terrible at all. We had this. I would have so much preferred if this gray population had been a white. If this gray population had been a white, then I think 4 houses probably could have supported this guy. And if not, we still would have had all of these white houses that would have been supporting him. Look at this traffic jam on the bridge here. I didn't even see that. Yeah, that's probably what killed this one. This guy was a distance issue combined with the population issue. So we had all of this white up here, but it was actually, I threw in this little slip road to send any extra white cars that we had up here down and into here, but I just didn't do it fast enough. This was a distance issue combined with a population issue. These 3 were doing everything they could, but it just wasn't enough. screen was struggling somehow, despite it having 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 greenhouses, 2 roundabouts. I think it's just because of all of the traffic that came along with white. The screen was struggling because of all of the traffic along here, and then probably also it looks like it was a population issue. This screen was struggling because I was sending this screen through gray and then back in without just sending it up through here. I didn't see that until the end, and I did fix it, and that probably kept us alive a little bit longer. This blue was struggling because it was having to deal with all of the population of white. I don't really have a fix for that. This blue was struggling a little bit. Probably would have turned this blue up and onto it. This huge blue population, and this guy was still struggling, is crazy to me. Just absolutely insane. I was waiting to get another motorway to move this motorway down and into here so we could take this roundabout back. I probably could have just taken the roundabout back and put in a road, but I didn't want to risk it because destroying that motorway any time past 6 weeks would probably kill you or kill the run. But overall, not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see how we placed. We were so close to 4K. I'm a little sad that we didn't make it to 4K, but let's see how we placed. Top 1%. I am the 1%. 132nd. Nice. 133rd is blue. Heck yeah, he knows what's up. Anyway, that was London's Water Under the Bridge challenge. I got a score of 39.94, top 1%. I hope you had a wonderful time. Thank you very much to the user or to the viewer that requested this challenge. It was very fun. To be honest, I think London might be one of my favorite maps. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful time, and I will see you next time.